check. 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3. Check. Check. Hey, hey. 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 2 2.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Hub Network in Tecumseh, Oklahoma. T-Town, the home of the Savages. The Savages baseball team will host Cushing in this afternoon game starting at 1 o'clock. If you're out there listening, you'd like to come and watch, you got plenty of time to come and see some baseball tonight. Cushing and Tecumseh played earlier in the season, and Cushing put it on them, I think, 10-0 at that contest. Tecumseh is a very young team and a very inexperienced team, and I don't have a lineup yet for the. That's all right. I've got a. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I do have a Tecumseh lineup, and I have a roster for Cushing, so we're good to go. Savages are at home, so they will take the field first. And on the mound today for the Savages is number 2, Dylan Graham. I got to see Dylan pitch last week. I don't remember. Oh, it was against North Rock Creek, and he came out. I believe they had a 9-1 win over North Rock Creek. Dylan pitched a fine game. I was here for about 3 innings and was able to see that. He did a good job of that game. And the Savages picked up that important win. Coming to the plate for Cushing, number 1, Jake Horn. Jake Horn to lead off. I don't have positions for these guys on this roster, but I can tell you who they are. I'd asked for a lineup from Cushing to come up here, but nobody remembered to bring me one. That's okay. We've got Tecumseh's, and that's all we need. First pitch of the game, low, ball 1. Again, Tecumseh's a fairly young team, a lot of inexperience out there. They're playing a little catch-up because of some off-season. There's a strike thrown by Graham, 1-1 on Horn. But they had a little difficulty in the offseason, and they're playing a little bit catch-up. And strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The athletic director, Jeff Schaefer, has gone back to baseball to try to right the ship. Curveball. Oh, he called him out. Looked like it was a little bit outside, but we'll take that. Of course, I can't see that well from up here. Of course, I can't see that well anyway because I'm getting older, but that's 1 out for the Savages. Now batting for Cushing, number 6, Chance McBride. I can tell you one thing. I don't have any heights, weights, or anything, but the first 2 hitters seem to be pretty lengthy for Cushing. Ball low. We have 1 out. It's awfully quiet here. Baseball is a whole different, well, I guess it goes without saying, it's a whole different ball game than basketball. But I have no trouble hearing anybody. There's a swing, a foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to McBride. Slight wind. I think it's died down a little bit. It's blowing from looks like the west. And, of course, the west is where you hit here in Tecumseh Park, Alva Milo Park. And so it may be a little tough to get one out tonight. 2 balls, 1 strike. High and inside. 3-1. There's that ball hit up center field, and it looks like he's got the center field fooled on that one. I think the center fielder couldn't find that because it went over the fence. But he had trouble locating it. But just when I said he might have trouble hitting the ball out,
follow the runner, follow the batter.
He just hit it out center field, dead center field for a 1-0 lead for Cushing. 1-0 Cushing now batting for the Tigers. Number 7, Riley Matheson. It is a cloudy day. It might be kind of hard to spot the ball, but I don't know. I think I always like playing in clouds better than sun, because sometimes that bright sun and that bright sky can be really, really tough to find a white ball up in the sky. But I lost that one off the bat myself. There's a strike. I think the hitter thought that was a little bit high. 2 strikes. Be great if Graham could come back on this one. That one was really high. Over the batter's head. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, called him out. That was a delayed out of a called strike, but it was a curveball. It looked like it was a little bit inside, and the umpire had to think about that for a minute. That's 2 outs now for the Tigers. They lead 1-0 after the home run. See if Dillon can get this one out and get out of the inning. There's a ball outside. Batter for the Tigers, number 23, Brody Berlowitz. He's another big boy. They've got a bunch of big ones up there and playing baseball in Cushing. That's right. Berlowitz is the quarterback for the Tigers. I remember him. He was a freshman. Is a sophomore?
No, he's a junior.
Oh, he's a junior now. But I tell you what, the kid's good. The kid's very good. And Savages happened to put a whipping on the Savages, and the Tigers happened to put a whipping on the Savages this year. Payback for last year. Yeah, that was foul. But ball hit to the shortstop, throw over, and they're out. That's 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the first inning, 1-0. Cushing leads on a home run over the center field wall. We're going to take a break. This is the Hub Network. Welcome back to Tecumseh. Savages down 1-0 after a home run by Cushing in the top of the first. Leading off for the Savages, number 23, Jackson Myers. He is the center fielder for the Savages. And he comes to the plate to lead off. First pitch fouled out of play. Glad I parked my car over on the other side of the building. I saw Joe did too. He parked on the other side of the building. Yeah, that's good. Good thinking by Randy. There's a ball. No, that's a strike inside. This umpire's going to be a little generous, which I don't mind that. Make them swing the bat. Isn't that right, Brad? Well, I don't like that one. Called strike 3. 1 out for the Savages. I definitely don't like to watch guys watch the balls go by on the third strike. I like a little bit more aggressive. Coming to the plate for the Savages, number 12, Bryson Smith. He is the shortstop for the Savages. Check swing. He says he went. 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Two strikes now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We've had a couple of swings, both foul balls. See what happens on this pitch. Right down the middle, and he watches it go by. That's 2 outs. Pitcher for Cushing is number 1, Jake Horn. Jake Horn, I believe he was the leadoff hitter for Cushing. Coming to the plate for the Savages, number 2, Dylan Graham. He is the starting pitcher for the Savages. He starts off with a line shot to center field. I believe it's over the center fielder's head to right center. He's going to run to second, double. See if we can get a 2-out rally started here. Graham hits a double to right center field over the center fielder's head. Coming to the plate for the Savages is number 24, Hayden Coker. Hayden Coker, left-handed batter. Got 1 on second base. Ball straight up the middle, Second baseman has to make a long throw, and it's not good. Graham's going to go all the way home, and he will score. We're tied 1-1. That ball just barely got over the pitcher's glove. The second baseman made a valiant effort, but threw it short, and the first baseman couldn't pick it at the bag. Now batting the catcher, number 3, Braxton Meyer for the Savages. On first is Coker. Wouldn't you know, I'd pick up a pen that doesn't work. There's a shot straight up. I believe it's going to get out of play, and it does. Foul ball.
Watch the runner, Randy.
Ball hit the left field in the air. Looks like it's going to drop. Coker gets to second base easily, and that's a single for Meyer. Now batting for the Savages, number 10, Rowdy Kinsey. Runners at first and second for the Savages. Coker at second, Meyer at first. Chance here to go ahead. They're already ahead of the game from the last Cushing game. There's a shot to the second baseman on the ground, over to first. Third out of the inning. Savages get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2 on. We go to the top of the second, tied 1-1. We'll take a break. This is the Hub Network. Welcome back. We're tied 1-1, the Savages and the Tigers. At the top of the second inning, coming to the plate for the Tigers. We're tied 1-1. Now, I guess I'm going to have to look back. I don't have a scorebook in front of me, but Berlowitz is at the plate. He was at the plate last time. I don't know if somebody was thrown out, but I don't know why he's at the plate again.
What's good news is with his brother. We got the twins. Remember, Brody and Blaze.
This is Blaze, number 10, and he was the one that was at the plate last time. Somebody must have.
It's hard when you got twins on the team.
Yeah, I guess, but I got a number on the back, and it is him again. I don't remember what happened. So he's at the plate again. I'll have to pay better attention, make better notes. Berlowitz steps into the box. Graham on the hill. Swing and a miss for Berlowitz. Nice pitch by Graham. 0-1 is the count. Ball's low. Nice looking pitch, but it was low, and Berlowitz didn't go for it. Nice looking pitch. He said that was low. Man, that looked like exactly the first strike he called, or the first strike that was swung at. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike. That was ball right on the outside corner for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Berlowitz. See if Graham can give him something to swing at and not hit. There's a strike, fell right out. The bottom dropped out of that one, and Berlowitz swung over the top of it for first out of the inning. Nice pitch by Graham. That whole at bat was a nice job by Dylan. Coming to the plate for Cushing, number 9, Bryson Walker. Bryson Walker. Another good pitch for Graham, strike 1. Ball outside and low, 1-1 to Walker. Curveball in for a strike. Graham is kind of living on those off-speed pitches, and they're working for him so far, except for that home run in the first inning, the swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in a row for Graham. 2 outs for the Tigers. Coming to the plate, number 14, Statler Etheridge. Ball well outside, gets past the catcher. No runners on, so no harm, no foul. That one hit him. So going to first is Etheridge. Etheridge tried to get that one a little bit too tight inside, and Etheridge took it. It just barely nicked him, I believe. I don't think there was any ouchie to that. At the plate for the Tigers, number 2, Brock Bales. Big lead at first. Graham throws over, and
Randy, keep the runner at first. Just keep the runner at first.
there's a shot straight up the middle. Center fielder Myers with the catch, and that's 3 outs. No runs, 1 hit for Cushing. We go to the bottom of the second. We're tied 1-1. This is the Hub Network. Welcome back to Tecumseh, the Hub Network, bringing you Tecumseh and Cushing baseball. We're at the bottom of the second, leading off for the Savages, number 1, Xavier Ellis. 7th spot in the order. Second baseman for the Savages. First ball, strike, called strike. First pitch called strike. Swing and miss. 2 strikes quickly on Ellis. Ball's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ellis. On the hill for the Tigers, Jake Horn. Number 1, Jake Horn. Foul off. Fouled off to the right. A little behind on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's a swing and a miss for the first out of the inning. Ellis goes down swinging. Coming to the plate, number 4, Zach Walker. He is the left fielder for the Savages. On deck is Zant Shirey. Walker, the number 8 hitter. Shirey, the 9th hitter. Strike called on the outside corner. Walker is number 4. Pops it up and out of play behind us. Quickly 0-2 with 1 out for the Savages. Another foul ball out of play to the right side. 0-2. Ball is high and inside off the catcher's glove. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Walker goes down. That's 2 outs now for the Savages. Coming to the plate, the 9-hole, number 5, Zant Shirey, left-handed hitter for the Savages. He's also the right fielder for Tecumseh. Ball hit slowly in the infield. Third baseman makes the play, goes to first, and quickly 3 outs for the Savages. They get no runs, no hits. We go to the top of the third. We're still tied 1-1 as Cushing comes to bat. This is the Hub Network. Welcome back to Tecumseh. Connor Pritchard's starting off the bottom of the third for Cushing. Left-handed hitter, number 11. Graham caught the corner on that one for strike 2, 0-2. Way outside, they was trying to get him to swing at a wide one. Didn't go for it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pritchett. Graham still on the mound. We're in the top of the third inning. Pritchett turns to bunt. It bunts it foul, and he's out. Unusual to see somebody bunt on second base when there's nobody on. We're back to the top of the order for the Tigers now. Number 1, Jake Horn. Now batting number 1, Jake Horn. Horn is the leadoff batter. Called strike. Horn steps out of the box after Graham steps off the rubber. Curveball high. Oh, it's 2 balls, no strikes. I guess he did call that first one a ball. Maybe he's just lost count. There's a foul ball out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. Called strike. He likes that inside pitch, does that umpire. He really likes that inside pitch. He's called that more occasions. It's 2-2 now. Sometimes umpire, there's a shot, a grounder to third base over to first, and it's an out, 2 outs.
Yeah, well, I thought he did. Well, it was a little different, though. It was like halfway. It was kind of half. I was watching the camera. It looked like a strike. I couldn't tell if it was a strike or not.
Now batting, number 6, Chance McBride. Chance McBride at the plate. He's the 2-hole hitter for the Tigers. Number 6 on his back. There's a called strike. He also kind of likes those low ones. He likes the corners and he likes the low ones. And as long as a pitcher can adjust to that, we're good with it. The hitters may have a little bit more trouble adjusting to that, but the pitcher probably figured that out right away. I think that one bothered McBride so much he had to step out. He called a strike. What? Oh, did he get hit by a pitch? Well, the umpire needs to learn his. He put his hand up like it's a strike, so he got hit. Boy, if it hit his shirt. It didn't hit him much, but he goes to first. McBride goes to first, coming to the plate for Cushing. Can't see his number. Throw over, first base number 7.
Get the first base, get somebody on first, Randy. Get the action at first.
Now batting, number 7, Riley Matheson.
I got the pitch for you. Just cover the action.
Number 7, Riley Matheson at the plate. Another throw over to first base. Runner is safe. I think that wind has died down quite a bit since this morning. The flag's still standing out straight, but it's not. It's lilting a little bit from time to time. It's a little cool. It's we got 2 outs. Graham looking over at first. Throws over there. They're making McBride work over there. Diving back into the bag. Try to get him to shorten that lead a little bit. It's not as big as it was. There's a bunt. And it's going to be thrown to first. They got him at third. If they third baseman wasn't there because of the bunt, so we got runners at first and third. Well, I don't know, but it seemed like if they would have let that go a little bit, they would have. That may have been going foul. It's hard to judge that from up here, but if they had let it go, we would still have runners at first and second instead of first and third. So I guess there's always that. We're going to have a courtesy runner, number 18, Wyatt DeLong, going to first base. Runner at first base, number 18, Wyatt DeLong, now batting for Cushing, number 23, Brody Berlowitz. Number 23, Brody Berlowitz at the plate. We have a courtesy runner at first base for Cushing. That's number 18, Wyatt DeLong. There's the pitch. It's a breaking ball hit to right field, and it's caught. That's 3 outs. So Cushing gets no runs. They leave 2 on. We go to the bottom of the third, still tied 1-1. This is welcome back to Tecumseh. Cushing and the Savages tied 1-1. We head to the bottom of the third inning. We're back to the top of the order for the Savages. Coming to the plate, number 23, Jackson Myers, the center fielder. On deck, Bryson Smith. In the hole, Dylan Graham. See if the Savages can get something going on the base pads here. Looking out across the crowd, and a lot of them still got their heavy coats and their hoodies and their beanie caps on. I noticed that my cuz, Randy, has gone to a hoodie instead of a coat and a hoodie, so it must be a little warmer out there. It's fine in here for me. Turned the heater off a while ago and opened the window, and pretty good day for baseball. Not much sun. Matter of fact, no sun. It's all cloudy. 1 ball, 1 strike to Myers. Myers hits it up to center field, almost dead center field. Center fielder gets it, and we have 1 out. 1 out for the Savages. Coming to the plate, number 12, Bryson Smith. Dylan Graham on deck. And Coker in the hole. Foul, straight back. Went right between the catcher and the umpire. Strike 1 for Smith. Ball into the dirt. Nice pick by the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. And I didn't mention this, but we've got a new pitcher for Cushing, number 7, Riley Matheson on the hill. Didn't notice that till just this minute. I thought the balls were coming a little faster, had a little bit more zip on them. I think he's either throwing more fastballs or he's just got more zip on the pitch. One ball, 2 strikes, and there's ball outside. Catcher blocks it. 2-2. to Smith. Ball inside, almost hit Smith. Full count to Smith. He's definitely bringing more heat than Jay Corn was. There's a strike right down the middle, swing and a miss. 2 outs for the Savages. Coming to the plate, number 10, Dylan Graham. The starting pitcher for the Savages, number 2 on his back. Check swing and strike called. That one looked a little high and outside. I don't know if he called the check swing or if he just called the pitch a strike. Another pitch, boy, that was kind of a slider. That one just slid right at the end. Slid right into the plate for a strike. That one had him fooled. 0-2 now. And there's a called strike 3 inside. So the Savages go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. We go to the top of the 4th. We go to the top of the 4th, and we're tied 1-1 as Cushing comes back to the plate. We'll keep it right here and just look around the crowd and see what we can see. Here in a minute, what's your name? Brian. And here in a minute, Brian, we're going to interview you, I think, just to have something to talk about. We'll get to know you. We'll get to know everybody in the press box, except for Joe. We know him too well, but he's a little busy right now. He's a little busy right now pushing buttons, and evidently maybe pushing the wrong button every once in a while. But we're going to keep going because this is baseball. It's been a pretty quick 3 innings. And that last inning was very quick for the Savages. They went 1, 2, 3. Pretty good crowd for a spring break game at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Those sometimes are a little bit hard to get fans out to. Of course, there's no students here because it is a spring break, but the Cushing fans came down. Their side's pretty full. And there's a lot of Savage fans over here on this side. Good to see the fans out. They must have done like I did, taken off their real job to see some baseball. Now batting, number 10, Blaze Berlowitz. Blaze Berlowitz at the plate to lead off the the top of the 4th inning for Cushing. We mentioned this earlier, but I think it's worth mentioning again because he's awfully good. Berlowitz, quarterback. Top of the 4th inning, there's a hit right up the middle. Berlowitz gets a single. But Berlowitz, very good quarterback for the Tigers football team. And he has been there for a while. Now batting number 9. Bryson Walker. Now batting number 9, Bryson Walker. Walker at the plate with Berlowitz on first. Graham looking over at first. Now he brings it to the plate. Low. Ball. It seems like the wind has shifted. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind, well, seemed like it shifted from the south a little bit. But now it's turned around again. We've got a finicky wind. Throw over to first. Back easy is Berlowitz. There's a bunt right back to the pitcher. No play at second, goes to first, 1 out. The bunt, sacrifice bunt, moves Berlowitz to second base for the Tigers, 1 out. Coming to the plate, number 14, Statler Etheridge. Graham checking. Second. Attempted bunt by Etheridge. Fouled it off. That's 1 strike. We're going to have a timeout. Graham is calling the catcher out to discuss something and get a little mix up on the signals. Braxton Meyer goes out to the mound. Graham looks out at the scoreboard to see what the count is. Pretty long conversation of umpire just about to start out there, and they break it up. Stepping back in, number 14, Etheridge for the Tigers. Shows bunt, pulls it back. It's called strike, 0-2. Ball well outside. Graham took a long look at second base that time. Berlowitz getting a pretty good sized lead. Not really holding him on, so Graham's having to hold him with his eyes. I don't see the second baseman or the shortstop making much of a move to the bag. Now the shortstop creeps in on him, and Graham turns. No throw. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. There's a strike, but the ball gets away from catcher, and we're going to have runners at first and third. Called, it was a strike, and it went right between the legs of the catcher. Runners at first and second, 1 out. And at the plate, number 2, Brock Bales. This is the 8 hole for the Tigers. See if they have a bunt on again. Catcher's going to take a timeout and go back to the mound. They're just having a little bit of trouble. I don't know if he's having trouble seeing the signals or if they're just not on the same page. I know earlier in the season, which is just a couple of weeks old, they were having trouble relaying the signal from the coach to the catcher to the pitcher, and throw over to first base.
Did you lose it? Did the power off? Did it power off?
Everything but the monitor.
No, it's I lost your signal. I don't have it.
There's a stolen. It's actually not a stolen base, and a catcher indifference as the runner moves to second and third. Etheridge takes second at the plate with a count of 1-0. Number 2, Brock Bales. And if you're watching, you might see that we're having a little camera problem at this point. And hope you can still hear us. I'll try to describe just a little bit better. Second and third with Tigers. There's a nice looking pitch, and that's a called strike. He called that a ball? Why does he put his right hand up when he calls it a ball?
That's why I could. What is it? What's the count?
You know, I know it's 2-0. 2-0. The count is 2-0. And I know it's hard to get officials nowadays, but at least know how to. You know, I think most people that umpire baseball, now it's 2-1, 1 strike, foul ball. But most players know, well, most people that have played baseball, they know which hand to use. Well, he showed bunt. I didn't see him pull that back, but it's 3-1 now. I don't want to be too hard on officials, though. I just wish they would. It's kind of like communication's a big deal for me, and the way they communicate is with their hands and their signals, and I'm not getting much from them. 3 balls, 1 strike. There's a bunt, and everybody's going to be safe. Going to have the bases loaded. Bunt went right back up the middle. The catcher couldn't get out there quick enough, so we have runners at first, second, and third. Bases loaded, and coming to the plate is number 11. Number 11, Connor Pritchett.
Okay, so maybe you just got that closed. Turn that back. Turn that wheel back.
Bat.
Look, you got a
Number
picture.
11,
You got a
Connor
picture.
Pritchett.
Look, you've got a picture. You've got a picture. Turn that.
We're going to have a timeout taken by the Savages. Coach Schaefer's going out to the man to have a discussion. Probably going to have a discussion with Dylan about what to do, but they're also going to have to talk to the infield about what to do when something happens. We got 1 out, and the bunt play is still in play. And if they bunt it, they need to know where they're going to go with it. We've had a little bit of trouble with the bunt so far today, and now it's so we got coming to the plate is the number 11, Connor Pritchett. Umpire now starts out to the mound. They break it up. Graham's still on the hill. Bases loaded for the Savages. Excuse me, for the Tigers. 1 out. See if Graham can work his way out of this hole. The first base and third baseman are in. Normal depth for second base and the shortstop. 1 out. Ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Chance for a big inning here for the Tigers. That ball is outside too. Evidently they want to throw him outside, not give him anything inside to pull. You can hear the Tiger dugout is gotten up there. This is in third straight, well off the plate. And this is a 9-hole. And they walk him. Force a run in. I'm not sure the strategy there. I understand trying to keep it away from him, but the 9-hole. And now we're going to have bases loaded back to the top of the order with Jake Horn. Now batting for Cushing, number 1, Jake Horn. So Horn back to the top of the order. Bases loaded, 1 out. Ball over Horn's head. Graham may be just a little bit rattled. Which he doesn't usually get. He's in football, basketball. I've never seen him get rattled. There's a strike called inside. He may have got the advantage of that inside by this umpire. That was 1-1 now. I guess I have to wait to tell for sure whether it was a strike, but it was. Another strike called. This one to the outside of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This would be a big out to get for Graham. Getting the top of the order out. From the stretch, ball gets by and a runner is going to come in. Tigers will score on a wild pitch. Count is 2-2. Runners at second and third with Horn at the plate. Now they're moving the infield, all the infielders in. See if they can cut off a run at the plate. Graham from the stretch. Taking a long time to look at that signal. Called a strike that time. I think I've got this umpire figured out which he uses both hands for striking ball, but I think he goes kind of punches with it on the strike and goes up on the ball. We'll see if that holds. Just one strike. That was the first pitch. That's strike 2. Oh, that's right. He struck. Boy, I need to focus less on the umpire and more on the hitter. Another called strike. See, I don't have him figured out. It's 1-1. I don't have him figured out. I know his left arm works. I've seen it work. There's a curveball hit to the right side, and it's caught for the third out of the inning. Savages get 2 runs and lead now 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. We're going to take a break. This is the Hub Network. Welcome back to Tecumseh. Cushing gets 2 runs in the top of the 4th to take a 3. Excuse me. Three? It's 3, but it's not showing on the scoreboard at the total. But it is 3, correct? Okay, 3-1. the Tigers over Cushing. Coming to the bottom of the fourth, leading off is number 24, Hayden Coker, Braxton Meyer on deck, and Kinsey in the hole. See if the Savages can get something going with the bats. Swing and a miss. Good cut by Coker. We're already in better shape than we were in Cushing. 3 to nothing. There's a almost. I think he thought they was going to hit him. Just missed him. We have 1 ball, 1 strike. Check swing. We got a new pitcher for Cushing again. Actually, they re-entered Jake Horn. Unless I'm misreading the number, that is Jake Horn again. They're just trying to mix things up. 1 out. Out goes 4-3, second base to first base. Coming to the plate, number 3, Braxton Meyer. Kinsey on deck for the Savages. You know, that can mess with a hitter's head. You take pictures in and out, put the other ones back in. There's a fly ball towards second base. Second baseman under it, and that's 2 outs. Now batting number 10, Rowdy Kinsey. Ellis on deck. I always look over there to see who's on deck, see if they changed anybody. There's a ball down low. But Savages are a little bit short on players. They just not real deep as far as numbers this year. There's a line drive to left field, and it goes to, it's out. It's a foul ball. Foul ball down the third base line. Been a good start if we could have stayed inside there. Go back up there and give her another try, Rowdy. There's one towards second. Second baseman up, and that's out. That's 3 in a row. Savages go in order. We go to the top of the 5th. Cushing 3, Tecumseh 0. This is the Hub Network. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th. Tigers lead 3-1. Leading off for the Tigers, number 7, Riley Matheson. Leading off for Cushing, number 7, Riley Matheson. Matheson at the plate. Tigers had a 2-run inning last time. Most of it was an infield. Matter of fact, it may have all been infield. Dylan Graham still on the mound for the Savages. There's a strike. Oh, and 2 to Matheson. Brody Berlowitz on deck for the Tigers. Ball way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball down the left field line. Foul ball. Count remains 1-2. For the most part, Graham has kept everyone at bay. A little bit unlucky in that last inning. Gave up a couple of runs. There's a ball thrown to first after being missed by the catcher. Is a little bit in the dirt. A swinging strike. 1 out for the Savages. Now coming to the plate, number 23, Brody Berlowitz.
That score is not correct out there.
At the plate, number 23, Brody Berlowitz.
Still 3-1, right?
Score is 3-1, 1 out in the top of the 5th. Well, you can't trust him. You cannot trust him. That was a ball. I think I saw him do that afterwards, but I don't know. There's a foul ball, so that is definitely a strike. Don't have to worry about the umpire for that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Graham hanging in there. That's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dylan's been trying to live on that outside corner, and he's done a good job of it for the most part. That one's straight down the middle, and that's 3rd strike. Called 2 outs quickly for Graham and the Savages. At the plate, number 10, Blaze Berlowitz. Now batting, number 10, Blaze Berlowitz. Berlowitz is the 5-hole, and he's safe at first. Runner at first base. Now batting, number 9, Bryson Walker. At the plate, number 9, Bryson Walker. There's a ball hit out of play to the right and behind us. Been a lot of foul balls to the right side today. Bryson Walker is the 6-hole. Up on deck is Etheridge, Statler Etheridge. Going to have another conversation on the mound between Graham and Meyer. Make sure they get those signs right. Runner at first base. Dylan takes a glance over there, comes home. Foul ball out of play. Two outs. 0-2 is the count. 3-1, Tigers lead. See if the Savages can get out of this inning and head back And there's a called third strike. Excuse me, that's third strike and 3 outs. That's it. We're going to go to the the bottom of the 5th. Score Tigers 3, Tecumseh 1. You're watching the Hub Network. We're back at Tecumseh. The Tigers from Cushing and the Savages here at home. A spring break afternoon. First pitch was 1 o'clock, and I just have a feeling that the Savages have shown a lot of improvement over the last 2 weeks. They opened at Cushing with a 9-0 loss, and were never really in the game. Been a lot of work done. We're at 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th, and the Savages still in this one. Leading off for the Savages, number 1, Xavier Ellis, Walker on deck, and Shirey in the hole. 7, 8, and 9 hole hitters. Still on the mound, the called strike, I believe. And still on the mound for the Savages, number 1, Jake Horn. Jake Horn was the starter, went for 2 innings, sat an inning. It didn't actually set, but he was out of the off the mound, and then he went back in, and this is his 2nd inning back in. There's a called third strike on Ellis. That's strike 1. Excuse me, out 1. Coming to the plate for Tecumseh, number 4, Zach Walker. Zant Shirey on deck for the Savages. Walker is the 8-hole hitter. Fouls it off. Got the end of the bat on it. It was well high and outside, but he made some contact. Ball's outside. Counts 1-1. Ball hit to right field. Down the line, it drops in there for a single for Walker. Walker gets it started in the bottom of the 5th. Coming to the plate, number 5, Zant Shirey. On deck will be back to the leadoff. It's Jackson Myers. Seeing if Shirey can get something going here. Score is 3-1 in favor of the Tigers. Left-handed Shirey looks at the ball in the dirt. Shirey steps back in. Pitching from the stretch is Horn. He deals. It's another one inside and low. 2 balls, no strikes to Shirey. Wind is picking back up. You can hear it now. When you can hear the wind more than see it, you can hear it. Now we're going to have a conversation on the mound. Timeout taken by Cushing. Horn pitch. This is the first time the the coaches made an appearance. Want to bring things together. They have a 3-1 lead and aren't anxious to lose that with a runner on first. It's kind of a gloomy day out there. I haven't seen any sun yet. I don't know what the temperature. I'm turning into a weatherman now.
It's going to go down this afternoon. It goes down back down to that high 40s or 50s.
I'm going to test you on that, Joe, and see if that is correct. 58 right now, and hourly. Well, it does about 6 o'clock. You were technically kind of right. You were technically close, Joe.
That's all I need to be.
Shirey, swing and a miss.
That's better than usual for me.
Swing and a miss. Well, neither one of us are weather guys. Shirey puts one in play. Shortstop goes to second. They make the turn, but Shirey is too quick. He's safe at first. That is 2 outs. Now back to the top of the order for the Savages, Jackson Myers. And on deck is Bryson Smith. See if Myers can get a run in.
That was a good shot, Randy. Get that again.
Get a run in here.
Awesome. Good. Great.
Shirey at first, taking a small lead. Line shot down the left field line, but foul for Myers. Good swing. See if he can wait on that one a little bit and send it down the line. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2 count. 2 strikes. On Myers. 2 outs. Shirey at first. Savages trail 3-1. There's a swing and a miss, and that's the inning. Savages leave 1 on. They get 1 hit, and we go to the top of the 6th, 3-1. Welcome back to Tecumseh, the Hub Network, bringing you this Tecumseh Savage baseball game. It's 3-1. Cushing leads as we go to the top of the 6th. Leading off for the Tigers, number 14, Statler Etheridge. Dylan Graham still on the mound for the Savages as we go to the top of the 6th. Leading off for Cushing, number 14, Statler Etheridge. Etheridge steps in. Tigers with a 3-1 lead. See if Graham can shut them down like he did last inning. There's a shot over the shortstop's head. It's going into left center, and that's a leadoff single by Etheridge. Not what we wanted to see happen right off the bat. But we can recover from that. Now batting number 2, Brock Bales. Now batting number 2, Brock Bales. Bales at the plate. Etheridge at first. Takes a decent lead at first. Big lead, secondary lead. And that was a ball. The umpire seems to make more noise when it's a ball than when it's a strike, and that's highly unusual. Throw over to first. It gets away from the first baseman, but the runner is going to stay put. A little bit of luck there for the Savages. At the plate is Brock Bales. One ball, no strikes. Graham pitching from the stretch, looks over to first. Ball is high, runner goes, ball's thrown to second, and he goes in standing up with the stolen bases. So Etheridge gets a stolen base, no outs, runner in scoring position for Bales. Bales digs in, 2 balls, no strikes. Graham's put himself in a little bit of a hole. Now they bring in the corners. Do the Savages on the grass. Strike inside. That inside corner has worked for Graham all day, and it continues to. Bale stands in. Graham checks second base. Looks back and forth. And there's a curveball. Thought that was going to be a strike. 3-1. That was really close. That one has been a strike most of the day. I think sometimes a good curveball can fool the umpire. I truly believe that, especially if you've got an inexperienced umpire. And I have no idea. There's a foul ball out of play to the right side. Full count now. Full count now on Bales. Etheridge getting a pretty good sized lead. Graham's checking him. Big secondary lead. Ball down the left field line. Just foul. Full count. We'll do it again. No outs. With a full count, they've moved the first and third baseman back to the dirt. There's a pitch hit straight up. Going to be a tough one. Coming in and getting it's Myers. Myers makes a good running catch. Comes all the way in almost to the dirt to make that catch. That's 1 out. Nice play by Myers coming in. Now batting for Cushing, number 11, Connor Pritchett. Now batting number 11, Connor Pritchett. 1 out. 1 out now for the Tigers. Left-handed Pritchett. We have the first baseman and the third baseman on the dirt. And there's a wild throw. Gets past second base as a little bit of a pickoff play, and it didn't connect. But luckily, Myers got there quickly, and runner doesn't advance. Big lead at second base for Etheridge. And now he goes. There's a throw to third, and would have been out. Ball was missed. Trying to make that sweep tag, and sometimes that ball gets away from you, and the runner is safe at third. Cushing trying their best to get that little bit of an insurance run. 1-0. Ball outside. Catcher looks down to third. No play. 2-0. Shot to second on the ground. Second goes to first, and the run scores. 2 outs, but the runner is in, makes the score 4-1. Tigers did get a little insurance that time. 4-1, top of the second, 2 outs. Coming to the plate for the Savages, back to the for the Tigers, back to the top of the order. Number 1, Jake Horn. Now batting, number 1, Jake Horn. Jake Horn is the leadoff hitter for the Tigers. He's also been pitching for the Tigers 4 out of the 5 innings. 4-1 lead now for the Tigers. 2 outs. Savages need to get this stopped right here, get this out, get to the dugout, and get the bats out. 2-0. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Graham still in there at pitcher. On the mound in the top of the 6th. There's one.
I got a close up to it, and I can't tell you.
2 balls, 1 strike. Nice pitch by Graham. Another one inside, strike 2. He really likes that inside corner. Graham and the umpire both like that inside corner. And I think as long as the umpire likes it, Graham's going to like it too. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And there's one over Horn's head. He threw one over Horn's head last time that Horn ducked under. Full count, goes high, and Horn takes a walk to first base. So we got a runner at first coming to the plate, number 6, Chance McBride for the Tigers. And we're going to have a visit to the mound by Coach Schaefer. Going to try to settle everybody down again. I think that's one of the biggest things that a coach can do when you got a young, inexperienced team. Settle him. He's going to take Graham out. Going to switch pitchers at this point. Graham did a nice job. I don't have a problem with his pitching at all. He got a little bit wild a couple of times, but not bad at all. Looks like they're bringing in, is that Myers from, Jackson Myers from center field. So Myers comes, and he'll get some room up. We're going to take a break. Cushing leads 4-1, but while he's warming up, give him time. We're going to take a break. This is the Hub Network. Welcome back to the Hub Network. New pitcher for the Savages, Jackson Myers, number 23, on the mound. Came in from center field, and I believe Graham just took his place out in center field. At the plate, number 6, Chance McBride. At the plate, number 6, Chance McBride.
Was that a striker?
Have a timeout taken by the timeout. Everybody steps back. Myers looks in. Throws over to first. Runs the runner back. Horn goes. Throw to second, and he goes in standing up. Ball gets away from the from the shortstop. Second baseman backs him up. Runner at second. Another runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Still in the bottom of the 6th.
This is the top of the 6th inning. Myers fires, check swing, and he calls it outside. 2-1 is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. The game seems to have slowed down considerably in the last few minutes. The hitters are stepping out of the box more. There's a pitch outside. Nice stop. Two balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Savages need to get this one. That is ball. Full count.
I had 3-1 on that pitch. So 3-2.
Payoff pitch on its way, and that may have bounced before he hit it. Fouled out of play because that one was low, but he was definitely going up. I kind of like those guys that get 2 strikes on them. They're going to choke up and go after it. You don't want to go down looking. At least I don't think you should want to go down looking. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payoff pitch coming again. And there's a line drive to left field, and that's going to score another run for the Tigers. Ball goes into third instead of second when the runner goes to second. Wrong cutoff that time. And runner ends up at second base. That makes the score 5-1 in favor of the Tigers. Now batting for Cushing, number 7, Riley Matheson. At the plate, number 7, Riley Matheson. Savages have built themselves another hole, down 5-1 with 2 runs in the top of the 6th. Still have 2 outs. Ball outside. Matheson is the 3 hole. Top of the order doing some damage. Brody Berlowitz on deck. One ball, no strikes. Ball high, 2-0. Ground ball to second base. And he's in time. 3 outs. Cushing gets 2 runs. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Cushing now leads 5-1 over the Savages. When we come back, see if the Savages can get something going with the bats. This is the Hub Network. Welcome back to the Hub Network. We're in Tecumseh, the Savages versus the Cushing Tigers. Tigers having the best of it right now, 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Savages get ready to hit. Want to tell everybody that next Monday, week from today, we're going to be at the softball field here in Tecumseh. It's a 3-way, so there's 3 games that night as Tecumseh plays 2 different teams. And for the life of me, I can't remember who that is right now, but it'll be quite a broadcast with 3 games that night from Tecumseh softball. And we want you to, if you can't come out, or even if you can come out, listen to us, watch us on the phone, and maybe learn a little bit more. But come on out and watch us. And some people don't want to come watch us all 3 games. Savages will play 2 of those, obviously, as the other 2 teams will play the other one. But that's a week from today, and that will start at 5 o'clock. I am almost positive it's 5 o'clock what the games normally start at. It's all varsity that night. And so join us next Monday at 5 o'clock here on the Hub Network. Coming to the plate, leading off for the Savages, number 12, Bryson Smith. It's 2-hole. See if the Savages can get something started. Ball inside to Smith. Strike right down the center of the plate. 1-1 to Smith. Horn is still on the mound for the Savages. This will be his 5th inning for the Tigers. And I would suspect, because he's pitched 5 of the 6 innings, I'm assuming this will probably be his last inning, because after 5 innings, they have to rest a little bit more. It's 2-2 is the count. And there's a swing and a miss for out 1 for the Savages. Coming to the plate, number 2, Dylan Graham. Graham pitched for over 5 innings, 5 2/3 innings before Myers relieved him last inning. He comes to the plate now as the center fielder. High, ball 1. Two balls. Most of the fans out there still have the hoodies and the heavy jackets on. The wind is a little cool. It's never shown any sun today. It's all cloudy and cool. Kind of like March baseball always is, seems like. But it could be worse. I've seen it a lot colder at March baseball games. There's a strike called on a 3-1 count. 3-2 now to Graham. Excuse me, 3-1. I meant he held on the 3. He took one on the 3-0. Now it's 3-2. Ball fouled out of play. Just when Joe gets it right, I make him think he's wrong. Full count. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Graham. Tigers take it around the horn. 2 outs now for the Tigers. See if we can get a 2-out rally started with number 24, Hayden Coker. Coker, big left-hander, coming to the plate for the Savages. Shot straight back up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop. Throws to first, picked at first, and that's 3 outs. Savages go in order for the second, no, they got a hit last inning. Savages go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the 7th inning. Top of the 7th, Cushing leads 5-1. This is the Hub Network. Welcome back to Tecumseh. This is the Hub Network bringing you Tecumseh Savage Baseball. Down right now, 5-1 to the Tigers. Leading off for the Tigers is number 23, Brody Berlowitz. Now batting, number 23, Brody Berlowitz. Myers on the man. Jackson Myers on the mound. He came in relief last inning. That's a ball high for Myers. Tigers have slowly built a 5-1 lead over 3 separate innings. They scored a run in the top of the first. Savages tied it up in the bottom of the first with a run. Then Tigers took the lead in the 4th with 2 innings, then added 2 more in the top of the 6th, and that's where we stand, 5-1. There's a shot to right center field, and that's going to be in the gap for Berlowitz. Berlowitz headed to second, and he's going to stop there. Well, he's going to take third now that the cutoff was missed, and he's going to end up at third base. So that's a double with an error on the throw to get him to third base, and he starts out the inning with a double and ends up at third. Now batting for the Tigers is number 10, Blaze Berlowitz. at the plate. Number 10, Blaze Berlowitz. So they've got the Twins batting one next to the other. And Brody just hit the double, ended up at third, and this is Blaze Berlowitz. 1 ball, 1 strike to Blaze. Dylan Graham pitched for a 5 2/3 inning before being pulled. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Blaze Berlowitz. Grounder back to the pitcher. Throw home is late. Out at first, safe at home for another run for the Tigers. Makes it 6-1 for the Tigers. Ball bounced back to Myers, and Myers went to first as the runner came home. Now batting number 9, Bryson Walker. Bryson Walker at the plate for the Tigers, now with a 6-1 lead. Ball high. Catcher sets up outside. There's a attempted bunt, goes foul. Count now 1-1 for the Tigers. I did look it up. I found out that the game next week, the three-way next Monday, softball is Newcastle and Moore. So those are really 2 good teams. So those are going to be some good games. All 3 of those games will be good. Newcastle and Moore. 3 really good teams that night. So don't forget to join us as we bring you those 3 softball games here on the Tecumseh Hub Network. Next up for the baseball team is the Chandler Tournament, I believe, this Thursday. Begins this Thursday, the Chandler Tournament. Of course, we're in spring break mode, but baseball is going to keep going during spring break. There's a grounder to second base. Throw to first, and 2 outs. Coming to the plate for the Tigers, number 14, Statler Etheridge. Now batting number 14, Statler Etheridge. First pitch on the way, swing, fouled, out of play behind us. 6-1, the Tigers lead. Savage is going to have to do some work if they want to get back in this one in the bottom of the 7th. Savage has got a run in the first, but it's been all blanks since then. On the scoreboard, ball outside. 1-1 to Etheridge. There's a ball up and out of play behind the dugout. It comes the dugout on the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Etheridge. Swing and a miss, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Cushing picks up a run. They lead 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. When we come back, we'll see if the Savages can get the bats going. This is the Hub Network. Welcome back to Tecumseh. Bottom of the 7th, the Savages down 6-1 to the Cushing Tigers here on the Tecumseh Hub Network. Leading off for the Savages, number 3, Braxton Meyer, the catcher for the Savages. On deck is Rowdy Kinsey. Ball inside for ball 1. Savages scored a run in the bottom of the first to tie it 1-1, but they've been shooting blanks ever since then. Got tied up that time, got handcuffed off the handle of the bat for a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brody Berlowitz, the new pitcher for the Tigers, on the mound. Big strapping kid out there. Swing and a miss. 1 out. Coming to the plate, 6-hole, number 10, Rowdy Kinsey. On deck, number 1, Xavier Ellis. There's a shot to second base. 1 hop, easy play, 2 outs. Savages 1 out away from being beaten by the Tigers twice this year. At the plate, number 1, Xavier Ellis. Savages down by 5. On deck, Zach Walker. There's a inside, hit him on his, boy, that sounded like it hurt. I don't know if that got his wrist or his hand, but they need to take a look at that. I believe it. That's got to hurt. He acted like it didn't on the way down there, but, you know, you're not supposed to rub it, I guess. But, man, they're going to take his glove off and see what that looks like. Rub some dirt on it. You got to take your glove off if you're going to rub some dirt on it, or let the coach look at it. I think it's on the back of his hand is what hit. But, man, you could hear that up here. And I've got headphones on, and I could still hear that. That's going to sting a little bit. I think they're going to take him out and let somebody else run for him. You know what? At this point, why take any chances? We'll see who they put in as the runner. Number 20 is Isaiah Jordan. Sent to first base to run. Zach Walker at the plate. Berlowitz looks in from the stretch, throws it inside, and I think he called a strike. Maybe he called it low. I don't know. I really don't know. I still don't know. I still don't know what he called. Now that's a strike. Okay, so I think it's 1-1. I guess he shows low like he's calling a strike. It's been an interesting afternoon with the home plate umpire. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Savages 1 out away from going down. Berlowitz looks in. And it's a swing and a miss. The ball is dropped, but he's tagged, and that is going to be the 3rd out of the inning. That is going to be the final out of the game. Savages go down to Cushing once again. It wasn't as bad as the last time, but it was 6-1 after the Savages scored a run in the first inning and weren't able to bank another run the rest of the way. Pretty good outing for Dylan Graham as the starting pitcher, and just got beat up a little bit a couple of different times, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. Final score, Savages go down 6-1. Don't forget, Chandler Tournament is next up starting Thursday for the Savages. I don't have the bracket in front of me, so I can't tell you that. But don't forget, next Monday, a week from today, 5 o'clock, we're going to give you some Lady Savage softball, slow pitch softball. Newcastle and Moore will come to town for a three-way. And the Savages will open up at 5 o'clock. I don't know which one they play first. I think it's Newcastle first. Then the other two teams will play each other. Then the Savages will play Moore in the third game if that's the way it's scheduled. But that's next Monday here on the Tecumseh Hub Network. So make sure you tune in for that as we bring you some Lady Savage softball. That's going to do it from Tecumseh. Final score 6-1. Cushing beats Tecumseh. For my cuz Randy Gray out there running the camera, and for Joe in here pushing all the right buttons today, I'm Danny Chambers saying goodbye. Y'all be careful.